So, welcome to part 2 of our tutorials for this late evening session, where we're going to look into how to import stuff from Rhino, what we have here in Rhino, to Revit, and maybe even we will kind of model some stuff in Revit as well. We'll see how this goes. So right now what I have here is what we've done during tutorial number 1, and it's basically just our volume, our wait, that's too many things. There we go. Our volume, our glass panels, our frames, and our panels, like the fancy ones. So now I need to export all of this into Revit. So the first thing that I want to do is export the two-dimensional drawing, the drawing of the site, which we have right here. So I've just turned on a bunch of layers, like so. And before we begin, just make sure that you've followed the steps in tutorial 1 and your anchoring point, your 0, point, is located right here, right in the bottom left corner. This will just make sure that everything imports in the correct position in Revit. Rhino Revit. Okay, I don't need to not mess those up. So let's begin by hiding all of our three-dimensional geometry, including this bad boy right here, which we don't have a layer for it. So let me just create a layer and call it volume. And let me just move it into that layer and hide that layer. So all of this 2D drawing, like this whole 2D drawing, we need to export it. So how do we do that? Well, first of all, we need to select it. If you can't select it, that means your layers are locked. So make sure that you have unlocked your layers. And once you have, you just select all of it and type in export. So when you do that, only the selected stuff will get exported. Okay, so you just find where you want it to export it to. Maybe I'll create a new folder here saying exports. Go into that folder and I'll export my drawing as a DWG format. So here I will expand this, find AutoCAD drawing.dwg. I'll give it a name like site. Hit save, and it's going to ask me for what's my export scheme. And you might see default, so just change it to 2007 polylines. You choose that, you hit OK. It will complain a bit, you don't care, you just hit OK, and that's fine. For some reason, Google decided that I want to... No, I don't want to Google anything, phone stuff. Right. So we have our 2D drawing exported, and now I want to export our three-dimensional geometry. So let me hide the 2D stuff, and let's go into our... Oh, not site. Do we need to export our site? Yeah, sure. I need to find my, for instance, panels layer. And I want to export the panels. So I'll just select all of them. Right? I'll type in export. So now only my panels are being exported. I will choose a SAT format. So I believe it's ACIS. Let's search for ACIS.sat. Yeah, there we go. ACIS.sat. This is a format that we use to go between Rhino and Revit. And I will call this panels. Panels.sat. Hit save. And here under export options, you just find AutoCAD. Instead of default, you choose AutoCAD, you hit OK. The reason why we use AutoCAD is because AutoCAD and Revit are created by the same company, so it makes sense to kind of use their format. Okay, so that is done. Now I can hide the panels, and I can do the same thing with frames. Export frames, save, also AutoCAD, okay. So now I have frames.sat exported. Well, it's still exporting. Let's give it a second. Yeah, there we go. And same thing for glass. Select, export, glass.sat, save. Yep. And we just give it give it a moment to do its magic. There we go. So that is my webcam is doing a weird thing. That's fine. So now it's done. And now, finally, the volume. So I made a mistake previously, and that mistake is this volume right here has an issue, and that issue is the roof. So a roof where everything kind of joins up into this single point will not work. Revit will break, and it will not be able to rebuild a roof from this kind of a geometry. So what we need to do is we need to create a roof that is flat for this particular form. And the best way to do it, I believe, is to just cut it off where, with a single plane. So I'm going to do exactly that. I'll just create a rectangular surface on the ground, like that. It can be super big, that's fine. I'll just move it to the correct height, something like this maybe. And I just need to make sure that that it cuts through the envelope, right, all together. So there's no parts of the envelope that are sticking out. And actually I believe, we'll see if this works, but I can rotate it and kind of move it around to have a crooked roof. That's fine, that's allowed. So it's getting way too close there. Yeah, something like that. That seems to be fine. And then I just select the plane here, type in trim, enter, select the top of my shape, and just click on it. Look, it gets trimmed away. Now I don't need the cutting plane, hit escape. I don't need the cutting plane anymore, I just delete it. And now, since this is like a straight cut, I can just select the shape and type in cap. That's it. That's done. Okay, so now I can export this. So sorry, before, like in the previous tutorial, it was a mistake that I made. I thought that it will work, but apparently it doesn't. So let me export this volume in the same format. It's sat as a volume, hit save, and hit OK. That's it. All of this is done. So now I will minimize that, open Rhino, Revit, and create a new file. So new file, I'll choose a template that is metric, architectural template, hit OK, and it will just load up a brand new file for us. It will load up a brand new file for us. It will load up. Revit is super slow. Okay, there it is. Here, immediately I see that there are ceiling plans involved, and I don't care about ceiling plans, but that's fine. We will just have them there for now. That is okay. I will jump into the site level, like that. And here, the first thing that I'll do is I will import the CAD drawing. So to import a CAD drawing, we just go to Insert, Import CAD, and we just find where we have saved that DWG file. So that's under Tutorial, no, it's not under Exports, it's here, or is it? Yeah, sorry, it's here. Yeah, site.dwg, hit Open. Wait, do we need to change anything here? No, we don't. Hit Open. and it's just going to import it. So now you can see that where we have the 0, 0, 0 coordinates of our site, it corresponds to 0, 0, 0 coordinates of Rhino file, right? So it gets imported precisely there. Super. Okay, so now it's time to import our 3D stuff. So I will start with the volume, and I will create floor slabs first and the roof, because it's going to be super heavy once we import the panels, right? So I first want to just kind of deal with the floor slabs and the roof as we go. So let's see. If we go to... So it's going to be a special form that we're going to use, and it's going to be a mass. So if I go to massing and site, and I choose in place mass, right here, whatever, we don't care, just close that dialog. It will ask me to name the mass, and I'll call it volume. You can call it volume for floor slabs, for instance. Hit OK. And basically now we're in that mass editing mode, right? So what I want to do is, instead of creating a component, I want to import, you know, that mass that we made. So let's go to insert again. And by the way, everything gets grayed out, but that is fine. We want to insert the mass. We choose import CAD again. But this time, instead of DWG, we choose SAT, ACIS SAT files. And I find where my volume is, import as category set to mass, and hit open. So this volume gets imported, right? Then I just click on finish mass, and we're good to go. Okay. So now I can't really see it in 3D, so I'll create a 3D view. I'll go to View, 3D View, just click on that, and it will just give me a 3D view of it. So this is how that mass looks like here. Nothing too fancy. Okay, next step is creating correct levels, which, well, you can see here, there are no levels right now created. Well, there are level 1 and level 2. I want more, and I want to adjust their height. So I am going to go to, for instance, east elevation, right here, zoom in, and I'll just take these two levels that we already have, select, holding down the Control key, select both of them, and just drag them. Wait, I accidentally selected the CAD file as well. So can we? Okay, so now it can be moved. Can I just lock it? Okay, now it can't move. Okay, that's good. So I just select these two levels, and I just move them right here. Okay, I accidentally selected only level 2, so let me select level 1 and move it as well. Right here. Should be fine. Let me just double check real quick in the site. Yeah, everything is still okay. Back to east elevation. So I have my level 1, which is set to be at 0. Level 2 is set to be at 4,000 millimeters. That's perfect. I will create 2 more levels, level 3 and level 4 for this volume. So let's go to, where is it? Is it architecture tab? Yes, it is under architecture, level right here. Level, add a level, right? And I can kind of either pick lines or draw lines. At this point, you should kind of know the basics of Revit, so I will not be kind of explaining what those do. So I'll just draw a line, and I'll just draw it just like that. Level 3. That's my mistake. It needs to be actually 8,000, like that. And then I'll draw one more level 4 here, right here, and that will need to be 12,000, right? So 12 meters high. And that's it. So now I'll go back to modifying, and I'll just drag out these dashed lines so that they go through the whole drawing or the whole building. Like that, like that, like that. There we go. So we have 4 levels done. Let us now create floor slabs here. So to do that, I will, let me think. Perhaps let's go to the site or to level 1, doesn't matter. Let's go to level 1. Let's select our shape, our volume, go to modify. Well, once you have selected it, it will immediately go to modify and choose this icon right here, which is called selection box. So when I click this, we will jump into a 3D view, and it's just going to kind of give us this this box surrounding the volume where it kind of, we can use it to cut into the drawing and into the whole scene, right? So this is a very good thing, at least for me, to manage complexity and to just get stuff that is important in the view. Okay, so we have that done. Let's select the mass, and let's click on this icon that's called mass floors. Click on it. It will ask you for what kind of levels should generate floors for this mass. So it's actually all of the levels. Hit OK. And this is something that you will see, right? Once you hit OK. So basically for every level, a floor has been generated. Right now it's not a floor, it's just like a mass floor. So it's like a surface, but that is fine. We will make it into a floor actually right now. Yeah, we will make it into a floor right now. So I will go to architecture, floor, I'll expand it, and I'll choose, so I can expand it by clicking on this arrow key. Floor by face. I click on that. Right? So now I can choose these thin slabs, and I can make them into floors. So this, and this. I choose these 4. And here under properties, I will choose what kind of floor I want. And it's going to be 300 mil should be fine. So 300 millimeters, generic floor, right? That's that. And then I just click create floor right here. Boom, done. Now the floor has been created. Easy, quite simple. So the next step is to create a roof, right? So it's kind of a similar procedure. We go to architecture tab. Let me rotate it a little bit. We go to the architecture tab, we choose roof, but we expand it, and we say roof by face, like that. Then we select the top of our shape, like so, and we choose what kind of roof we want. Actually, 400 mil is fine. So we just choose 400 millimeters. We click on create roof. Bam, that's it. That's the roof created. Easy, huh? Anyway, so once you have done this, you can just click on modify, select the mass. You don't need it anymore, so you just get rid of it. And this is how it looks like. The drawing is kind of in the way right now, so I'm thinking of hiding it. I just don't remember how to. I don't use the Revit that much. I believe it's this icon right here. So I just select my how's it called? The drawing, right? And I'll just click on this light bulb here. Hide in view. Click. Hide elements. Yeah, great. It gets hidden. So we don't want to see that for now. So this is what we are dealing with right now. And actually I can change the shading view right here in the bottom. I don't know if you can see it. Yes, you should be able to see it. Right here, I will just change this to shaded view, so that it's a little bit easier to understand what's what. All right, let's import all of the facade components, right? So I'll go to Insert. I'll choose Import CAD. So I don't need to create mass anymore, right? I just straight up go to Insert, Import CAD, and I choose, let's start with panels, right? So I'll choose panels. And one thing that I need to change is import category. So for the panels, I'll use a category that's going to be called, well, let's say walls. Sure, let's go for walls. Or we can go for maybe mullions. Yeah, sure, let's go curtain wall mullions, whatever. Curtain wall mullions. Hit open and just wait a second until it kind of does its magic. It takes a little bit of time, but we'll get it working. Oh my God, come on. So Revit is far from being as fast as Rhino, that's for sure. But eventually it will do the trick. Okay, so we have our mullions, or not mullions, our panels imported. Let's import the glass now. So I just choose glass. I'll go for, import as category type. I will just choose curtain wall panels. That's usually what glass is used. A category in which glass is used. I hit open. And we wait again. Oh my God, come on. Maybe I should turn off Rhino. Maybe it's going to be faster if I turn off Rhino. Okay, Rhino doesn't want to be turned off. That's cool. Oh, I know. This is because I'm recording the whole procedure. So it's my computer is struggling a little bit. That's fine. We will, since it imported the panels, it will import the glass and the frames as well. We just need to wait a little bit. It is what it is. Yeah, feel free to skip ahead. This is going to apparently take a while. Oh, something's happening. Oh, there we go. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Finally. One more import. Import CAD. Frames. And this time frames are going to be, actually they're also going to be imported as curtain wall mullions, just like panels were. Hit open and wait another 50 years for this crap to work. I can blab a little bit while this is working. Honestly, when you jump from Rhino into Revit and you work with Revit for a while, you start appreciating Rhino much more, you know, and just appreciating how actually fast and responsive Rhino is compared to Revit. Because this is not great. Okay, it gives us a warning that says Revit cannot import some of the geometry, but it seems that it has imported most of the geometry, so I don't care. And yeah, that's great. And I can see that this box is clipping away the top of our structure. So I'll just select the box and I'll just move its top upwards so that it's not clipping. That should solve it. So now the next step is creating stuff inside of our building, right? That's straight up what we need to do. So I will go to, actually now I will use the chance and I'll just delete ceiling plan level 1, ceiling plan level 2, level 3, level 4. We don't need those ceiling plans. And let's begin by going to level 1 right here. Actually, do I need a site plan? Maybe I do. So level 1 right here, and I will hide the drawing for now in level 1. So I'll just select the drawing, hide in view, hide elements. Just get rid of that. I'll deal with those later. So this is our level 1, right? This is our entrance, so to say. Not entrance. We don't have an entrance, by the way, but that's a problem for the future. Right now, we need to create something inside. So the first thing that I always like to do is a grid, like creating a grid, a column grid inside. So a reasonable person would create a radial grid in here, not what I'm going to do right now. But since I am not a reasonable person, I will just go to, I'm doing it too fast. I'll go to Architecture tab, I'll choose Grid here. I'll just start drawing grid axes, right? So let's say our first grid axis is going to be located right here, like that. And our second grid axis is going to be located like that. Right here. Okay, axis 1, axis 2. And actually I want to have, let me just hit escape for a bit, select this axis 2 and tick mark this box right here so that it shows the numbers on both sides. Same thing for this part here. Okay, so now when I have this, let me go back to grid. And here I will indeed choose Pick Lines tool, like that. And I'll just have an offset set to be the gap, the gap between the grid lines, right? So what's the step size between the grid lines? So my offset is going to be, so 5 meters is still good, is still fine for an office building. 7 meters is also okay, but it's expensive. 10 meters is super expensive. 12 meters is super, super, super expensive. So let's do 7 meters and let's just see what kind of gap do we get with 7,000 millimeters. 7,000 millimeters. So 7,000 is that, and I think this is reasonable. So that's going to be, oh, my mistake. I accidentally offsetted it by 7 millimeters first. So let me delete that. And do it again. Grid, pick line, offset, 7000, enter, and now offset, offset. So since I'm picking lines, I can offset it quite fast. Do I need the grid line there? Maybe I do. Let's just keep it. Okay, so we have grid lines, right? And let me just go through them. Actually, what I want to do really is number them properly. But before, I will just add the tick marks to all of the ends here to make it nice. Like that, like that, like that. And now let's just number them. So from left to right, this is, let's do it here. So that's grid line 1, that's going to be grid line 2. Will it let me do grid line 2 or not? Oh my god, it won't. Okay, so first we need to do, that is going to be A, grid line A, that is going to be B, that is going to be C, and that is going to be D. And this is going to be 2. So 1, 2. This is going to be 3. This is going to be 4. This is going to be 5. Okay, so now we have a grid system in place. And I can kind of start messing around with columns and so on this grid. Let's just see if the grid is being shown in other levels of this drawing. Yes, it is. That's great. And as we can see, the drawing is kind of increasing in size. That's great as well. Oh, come on. We might even need an additional grid line here, but perhaps we don't. That would be kind of weird, right? Yeah, that would be a little bit weird. Yeah, let's just work with what we have. Here I'll need to expand the grid lines, but that's later. So let's add a core to this building, and I think the core is going to be located between grid lines 2, 3, B, C. This rectangle here. I'll just grab a wall. Generic wall, but maybe as a core it can be 300 mil in thickness, and it's constrained to, well, we don't care, it's constrained to, as a center line. I think that's fine, and we just kind of draw out the wall like so. Enter. That's done. Okay, great. Now let's go into 3D view and let us make a section through this building. So just like moving the edge of a box, right, of this clipping box. So now we wait 50 years for it to stop having a heart attack. And eventually we will see a section through this. There we go. And here, I just need to fish out these 4 walls that we see. Right here. So that's wall 1, holding down the Control key, wall 2, wall 3, wall 4. So all 4 walls are selected, and then I will extend them until they hit the roof. So attach top base and just select the roof. That's it. a core has been created. Well, not really, because we still need to make a hole in the floor slabs for this core to work, right? And I can do that by, how can I do that? By creating a shaft, maybe. So shaft opening is here, and let me just do it in level 1. Choose shaft, and just draw out a rectangle for the shaft opening, like so. Yeah. Go to 3D view, back to 3D view. That's our shaft. So I just extended to make sure that it cuts through all of the, like all of these floor slabs. So now if I select one of the floor slabs, you can see that it has a hole, right? Yay. Okay, so we have a core of our building has a core. It doesn't have any columns, so let's place some columns. Level 1 column, I will choose not structural column, but rather architectural column. Structural columns are weird, architectural columns are less weird. Let's call it less weird, and just click, click. Oh, ew, why is it not square? Go away. No. Column, architectural, and let's choose a architectural column that's actually fine. 61 centimeters for a column. That's a big boy, but this is a big building, so that's fine. 61 centimeters, click. And basically I'm just placing columns wherever I want them to be. I'm locating them on where my grid axes meet, so that I always know that I have 7 meters between my columns. Like that. That's fine. So now I'm going to make something. Wait, let's see 3D view. Is it awkward in 3D view? It's kind of awkward, right? It reaches the top. I don't like that. Actually, that's how it should be. But maybe we can just extend it until it reaches the... Let's do it this way. Let's select all of these columns. No. Let's do it one by one. So now on to level 2, we create columns again. Architectural, click, 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 click. Very exciting, I know. Also lagging, by the way. Wonderful. Click, click, click. I wonder if there are tilted columns in Revit. Probably there are, I just don't know how to make them. So we have our second floor done. Let's go to third floor, level 3. I will not be adding one more grid line here. That's I don't think that's reasonable. I'll just create more architectural columns. Hello, why are you not showing up? Are you just straight up? Okay, sure. So it's bugging out. So now I don't even see what columns I'm adding. That is actually not that bad, as long as I see where I'm snapping. That. And now let's finish up here. Whew, here. Okay, we have that done. Level 4. While I'm doing this, please put in more effort than I am during these tutorials, because like what I'm showing here are just basic principles, right? So just have fun with it, you know, detail the building a little bit more than I am detailing it. The reason why I'm not kind of going to town with detailing of this building is because I don't want these tutorials to be like 5 hours long, right? That's the only reason. If I could have a super long tutorial and you know, make sure that the students don't get frustrated, then I would. But I know that it's, you know, it's hard to stay focused for a long time. So I'm just trying to do a bare minimum. But that doesn't mean that you should, right? Just detail it to your heart's content. All right. So we have our columns here. Let's see the 3D view. Whoa, okay, this looks super. This looks great. Let me grab these columns here. This, like all of these columns actually. That, and just use attach top base and attach it to the roof. Hit OK. And I can see that some of them are not being attached. That's because they would hit the facade. So I'm going to delete them. I'm going to delete those columns. So I don't need that, don't need that, don't need that, don't need that. That should be attaching. Oh, this is weird. Why are they attaching so poorly? Huh. Let's try again. Select this, attach top base. Is there like, there's like cut column, cut target, do not cut. Minimum, maximum. What's maximum intersection? Oh, that's maximum intersection. That's nice. Okay, let's do it like that. So I'm going to do this again. Oh, I missed one column there. Can we do like wireframe view? Course, and then there we go. Wireframe view. Just please give me the freaking. Oh, okay, we don't want wireframe view. No, we don't want wireframe view. Abort. Instead, let's have it like that. So those columns there, this, what else do we have? This column, this, this, and this. Okay. Oh, and also that. What is it now? Oh, there we go. And also this. So these columns, attach top base, maximum intersection, and just click on the roof. Yeah, that's good. Now they are fine. Now we just need to move the clipping thing. Can I just hide these panels in this section? It's whatever. Let's just move the clipping a little bit in, just to see if there are any more columns that we might have missed. Oh, that's too much. Or can we, can I go to level 4 here and just select these two columns like that, then go to 3D view. Are they still selected? I have no idea. I can't tell. Can I zoom in and check? No, they are not selected because it would show me that they are. It's a little bit frustrating. Jesus Christ. I should probably skip this step and just kind of continue on working on other stuff. Do we call it a day? Yeah, let's call it a day. So let's say level 4 columns, all of these columns are fine. If we see that there's a problem in the section, we will fix it in the section. If there's no problems in the section, we will kind of call it, you know. Okay, so now on to the core. So for the core, let's say level 1, I want to create a staircase, first of all. So I will just go into stairs. Where's there we go, stairs. I'll just choose some sort of a staircase that I like, or rather that I don't necessarily like it. I will just create a staircase. Let's say it starts from here. Of course, it's anchored like that. Run should be on the left from my selection, like that. And let's just do something like this, and then do something like run on the right, something like this. And this is like a basic staircase that we've made. Okay, so we have that done. Then we can kind of copy the staircase if we want to, or we can just kind of keep repeating it, you know, for level 2 and so on. Let's see how it looks like in 3D. Why is it? Oh yeah, I need to accept it. So I accept it. I will cut through the middle of the building. I should just have a separate view for this. Okay. So I need to cut this some more. That's fine. We'll do that. Something like this should do the trick. There we go. Okay. So I can see that the staircase is going until the 2nd floor, so I need it to go, you know, until the 4th floor. So actually, there is an automated version on how to create a staircase that's going from start to finish, but I don't remember how to do it, and also I hate this railing. But is there like a better railing? Pipe bottom fill. Yeah, this is a little bit better. Let's just change the railing type like that. Oh, it's actually kind of bad. Whatever. Let's go to level 2. Level 2, stair. Same thing, same procedure. We find anchoring point on the wall. We choose a run, that run is to the left. We count the steps until here. That's done. We choose that run is to the right. Count the steps from here to here. And then we mess it up, of course. Like that. There we go. This is messed up as well. Can I just... Oh my god. Maybe we can just copy it. Hope we... Sorry, it's now like 12 o'clock in the night, so I'm being a little bit tired. Let's do it again. From here, run left to here, like that. Seems to be okay-ish. Then from here, run right to here. Yeah, good enough. I know it's misaligned, that's whatever. And basically you do the same procedure for two more steps. Actually, can we just let me just check one thing. I will accept this so it makes the thing. I want to see, so there's this copy tool. Can I copy this up? No, I can't. But I should be able to copy this up in the elevation or in the section. So I'll deal with the stairs later. Let me delete that and I'll just copy this up a few times. We'll solve the problem. Right, so we have the stairs, let's say, done, or at least the start of it. We will fix that. Let's go back to level 1 and let's open up the walls so that they can actually fit with the stairs, so that you can basically have access to the stairwell. So it's like that, and then I will make another wall inside, which is going to go here, but it's going to be a smaller one, 200 mil. And it's just basically going to go from here to, oh, it's not going to be centered though. That's my bad. It needs to be not center line, but finish face exterior, probably. Yes, like that. That's great. And then I'll just select this wall and kind of extend it. Or is there like a tool? There should be a tool that's, yeah, trim extend to corner. So I'll select this wall, and they will kind of join up like so. Okay, so we have our staircase here, and then we want, perhaps we want the staircase to be a little bit to the back. Like up, like so. And now it's off center, so let me place it correctly. Like that. Yeah, that seems to be good. So then the problem is the shaft, because the shaft is, you know, it cuts away here, so there is no way on how to access the stairwell, which is indeed a problem. So let's edit the sketch of the shaft, but first we need a shaft for the ventilation as well as for the elevators. So I'm going to create one more wall, architecture, or rather two more walls. And I will create one that is, so that's 2 meters. That's 2 meters from here. Let's do 1.5. Yeah, 1.5 is fine. Meters from here, but yeah, that's actually okay. Like that. That's a good wall. And then one more wall. Snapping here. Wrong side. Wall. Finish face interior. There we go. From here to here. Okay, so this is going to be ventilation shaft, elevator shaft for 2 elevators. So actually I can just make one more wall right here. That's a very long elevator. Maybe that's fine. But it needs to be center line though. So location line, core center line. So if this whole thing is like 3 meters, then this is going to be 1.5, like that. There we go, good enough, good enough. Okay, so this needs to be a hole, this whole thing, for elevators and whatnot. This needs to be filled, but it needs to be a hole for the staircase, and this needs to be filled, right? So I need to work around, like mess around with the shaft. So I will edit a sketch on the shaft, and I will redraw some stuff. So for instance, this line goes here, like so. Perhaps it needs to go until here, like so. Like that, and then we need a cut here, so I'll just draw a line like so, like so. Actually, we can kind of extend it all the way through, like so. Oh, come on, just extend, please. There we go. And is there like a trim option? I don't remember. There needs to be split elements, split with gap. Trim, just, there's the cut, but we can't cut for some reason, but I can do this at least. Okay, let's do it manually, like that. So now this is the opening that we will have. I'll just accept it. And if we look at it in 3D, now there's like a floor slab that goes until the staircase, and there are like elevator shafts going on here. The problem, or not the problem, but rather a thing that we still need to fix is the fact that we need these walls to extend until the roof. So I'll just select these new walls that I've made and I will attach them to the roof like that. Okay. So that is done. Why is the shaft cutting through the bottom? I don't know. That's because the base offset is set to be in the negatives. No, the base offset is 0. Apply. There we go. That's for the elevator shaft. At this point, you kind of should know these tools. All right, so we have this thing going on here. Let me just quickly create a section to investigate how it looks like. So I will go to plan 1, level 1. I will choose, is it view? I think it's under view. No, it's not. Yes, it is. It's under view, section. I'll just draw a section from here to here, like that. Wait for it to be generated. Okay. And actually it kind of engulfs everything that I need in a section. That's great. Let's go to sections and let's look at it. Let's look how what we're going to get. Okay, so this is how it looks like. Let's just switch to shaded view real quick. This is how it looks like. I think it looks fine, like good enough. There's some blue stuff there. I have no idea what that is. Probably like glass or something like that. Would it be weird if I just deleted this? I just want to delete this. Yeah, this is better. So I'll just take this staircase and I'll try to copy it up in the section. So copy from here to here. No, it doesn't let me. Please let me. Select. No. select. I can't select it. That's nice. Just let me why? So apparently I have selected it. It just doesn't show me that I have selected it. Yeah, okay. So copies, copies an object. So I click on it and I just drag it, okay. Copy, drag. Oh, it can only be dragged up. Okay, that's great. So now I need to figure out. Okay, so this is the thing about the stairs. It's when you select the staircase, there's the option to edit stairs, and there's also option to select levels. It uses the current stair to generate a continuous multi-story stair on selected levels. So if I select the stair and I choose select levels, then I can select level 3, select level 4. Wait, how does it work? 3, 4. And do I just hit apply? Yes. Okay. So you just basically, in the section view, just holding down the control key, you select level 3, level 4, and you just hit apply, and it will just generate the staircase for you. Okay. Sure. Would have been better if I just could copy it though, but it is what it is. Okay, so enough of this, enough of my rambling about how bad everything is and how horrible everything is. It's actually not that bad. We have made a section through this. We have created a bunch of geometry inside of our building. You should make much more. For instance, there are no doors here, and there is no furniture, no separator walls, no nothing. But it would be just nice to have more stuff. And then in the next tutorial, I will show you how to bring it home, basically, how to adjust the graphics, how to make stuff transparent that needs to be transparent. These panels here. How to create a stamp, how to export the PDFs, and how to kind of mess around with Photoshop with these PDFs to make it nicer, to make it more pretty. But this is it for now. The tutorial has ended, and yeah, even though it was clunky, I hope it was informative. We're done. See you next time. Bye.